Consider the following statement. Grey Eminence is being developed by Mayo and Taxes developers and other people. Hello, I'm Count Christo, and I wanted to clarify something because apparently some people, a total of confirmed like 5 so far, but they seem to think they're in the vast majority, have been misled because they read more into some stuff I've said than it actually meant, which bugs me slightly, partly because I don't want to mislead anyone, and partly because I am slightly, I don't know, anxious about when people read more into things that I've said than they actually mean. The Grey Eminence team is composed of 9 total people. I think 7 active developers. I could be wrong, though, so I apologize if that's wrong. I think there's 1 team lead and 1 purely graphics person. Like graphics, and by graphics I mean art style graphics as opposed to in-game graphics. I think that's right. It could be wrong. Of those 7 developers, 3 of them are formerly on the M&T team. To me, I think that makes the statement Grey Eminence is being developed by Mayo and Taxes developers is true, because it is being developed by people, some of whom are Grey Eminence developers, M&T developers. The statement Grey Eminence comes from Mayo and Taxes developers does not mean that it needs to come from all the Mayo and Taxes developers. Mayo and Taxes 3.0 was released, and of all the people who have ever been Mayo and Taxes developers, a minority of them worked on it. Is it true to say that Mayo and Taxes 3.0 comes from Mayo and Taxes developers? Obviously, yes, because the statement X comes from Y does not imply X only comes from Y. So, let's return to our sentence at the beginning. Grey Eminence is being developed by Mayo and Taxes developers and others. What you see on the screen is called a truth table. Truth tables tell you in what circumstances certain statements are true and false, based on the contents of those statements being true or false. So here we have P, Q, and P symbol Q. What that symbol means in this context is and. So there are 3 columns. The first column is statement P, and whether that statement is true or false. The second column is statement Q, and whether that statement is true or false. You can see that in the first 2 rows, statement P is true, and in the last 2, statement P is false. In the second case, for Q, it's true in the first row, false in the second, true in the third row, false in the fourth. P and Q is true only in the first row, and that's because when you say P and Q, that's only true if both P and Q are true. So when P is true and Q is true, it's true, but in any other circumstance, any other combination, it's false. P. The game Grey Eminence is being developed by Mayo and Taxes developers. Q. The Grey Eminence game is being developed by non-M&T developers. Put them together with an and. The Grey Eminence game is being developed by M&T developers and others. If you believe that statement is true, you necessarily believe that the statement the Grey Eminence is being developed by M&T developers is also true. There you go. My years of philosophy education were not for naught. It's true that potentially the statement, the Grey Eminence comes from Mayo and Taxes developers, could be misleading to some people. I think that's fair to say. Some people don't listen. The first sentence of the video, for which that was my title, included the statement, the M&T team, the makers of the best mod ever, a subsection of them, etc., etc. I'm not quite sure how I could have been more clear than that. This was not a very fun video, but I hope you enjoyed my random inclusion of a truth table. I just wanted to clarify. The Grey Eminence team is 9 people. 3 of them are Mayo and Taxes developers. The others are very talented developers and wonderful people and artists and things from other walks of life. I hope that's clear. And since you stuck with me to the end, why don't I give you a bonus fact about Grey Eminence? Did you know that in Grey Eminence there are 50 goods when the game starts, but more are unlocked as the game progresses? The nature of the items in the economy will actually change as the game goes on, which I think is really damn cool. Now, you may ask, Christo, why are you making by the time I'm done, 6-minute long video on this? It's because I get very annoyed, and that's like not particularly annoyed at somebody, but just generally frustrated when people take what I've said, add something to it, and then get angry at me on the basis of the thing that they've added something to. This upsets me because I try to speak very clearly, and I endeavor to say exactly what I mean. I don't know how many of you have seen the BFG, the Big Friendly Giant. It's a good UK, I think it's British, children's film. And classically, the main character says, "What I say and what I mean are two different things." Dear viewer, I am not the Big Friendly Giant. What I say and what I mean are the same thing.